Hey YouTube, what's good? What's really good? What's up? It's your girl Chilee and welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, then as always I appreciate you for all your support. And if you are new to the gal's channel, then what you doing? What you say? Come now, click that subscribe button real quick, yeah? I don't know what accent that was. We're gonna keep it moving. If you're not subscribed to my channel, then please hit that subscribe button. But more importantly, welcome to my channel. How are you? How you feeling? Have you eaten today? Have you prayed today? What's good? What's popping? All right, let's keep it moving. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be another video added to my series Chai with Chai, which are my tea times and tea topics that I have, where I talk about topics or issues that I want to talk about myself, or anything that you guys want me to talk about. So if you have a specific Chai with Chai or tea time that you want me to talk about, make sure you put that in the comments below. Sometimes I have actual tea, sometimes I have a little alcoholic tea, but today I have a scam. That's what I'm drinking on, a scam. I've heard so much hype about bubble tea and like everybody's, what is this? What is this purple milk and soggy jelly beans that you guys have made me lose $6 on? Why do you guys drink this dragon's milk and jujubes and be walking around with your fat straws that take a lot of effort to drink out of, I might add? I didn't even get anything because it's stuck because of the slaw beans that are in my straw. It's not bad, but like I just don't know why y'all do this. Yeah, okay. So the topic for this video, as you can tell, is entitled depression. And I know this subject is a serious one and it's a touchy subject, so I'll tread lightly. But it's something that I've dealt with, and it's something that I've been through, and it's something that honestly a lot of people actually deal with, whether it be a mild or a deep depression or a seasonal depression or situational depression or like a serious medically diagnosed depression, and it's just something that we don't talk about. And I think it's been taboo to say that you have it or to talk about it. But you know me, like I'm gonna talk about what's real. I'm gonna address things that I've dealt with, and especially because this is something that was so strong at a point of time in my life that it almost took my life. Well, I guess I will start the video talking about what it was like for me. If you know me well enough, you know I'm always involved in a lot of things. College for me was like just stress, like college equals stress. And a lot of that was college, school, but a lot of that was myself and just not knowing that I can't put a lot of things on my table at one, even though that is how I operate, and it's something that instead of fighting, I've just accepted. But that caused so much extra stress. So I would say that's kind of what triggered my depression, what I dealt with. It really hit me, honestly, 2 years ago. It really hit me bad, and it was like day by day was a struggle to live. There was just so much going on, and if you can relate, it wasn't like I didn't want to live. I wanted to live, but I was tired. I was tired. I was tired of things that I have been dealing with for years. I was tired of the stress. I was tired of people that were doing me so wrong in life, and I genuinely don't wish bad or ill upon anybody in my life, even those that wish ill upon me. I want to let you know that I pray for you daily, but it was just becoming so sad to me. But I think a lot of it was lack of patience. I think we live in a generation that is always on the go, and always, especially social media plays a lot into it, because you see people winning left, right, up and down, winning. And then if you're not winning, you're like, what is going on, and why am I going through this, and what did I do? In this season, I felt like I couldn't hear him, no matter how I prayed. And there was a time that I felt like I could, and I felt so close to him. Like me and God, like the way like our relationship goes, like I used to give him high fives, like, oh, I see what you did there, and I see how you did that, and I likes it. So when I came to a space where like I couldn't hear him anymore, and I felt like everything was going wrong, and yet he wasn't answering my prayers, I think that's what stemmed it and sparked it. So I was just in a dark place for a long time. Nobody knew. My friends didn't know, family didn't know. It was just me. And a lot of people will say like, oh, well, you have people, why don't you talk to them? You feel alone because people don't understand. Like, you can talk to them about it, but if they don't understand what you're going through, you're talking to a wall. I'm really good at keeping a smile on my face, partly because keeping a smile on my face keeps smiles on other people's faces. I also didn't want to stress anybody out, but I was dying inside. I had no reason to live. But I can truly say that God has kept me. And if you're religious like me, I know, like, if you're dealing with what I'm dealing with and you're religious, you may not want to hear, maybe when you about to give up, your blessing is right around the corner. Well, I kept, like, when I tell you what I'm dealing with was like year after year, it was like, what corner is it around? We have made circles. Like, where is it? When is it gonna stop? When is the struggling gonna stop? When is it all gonna stop? When is the brighter days gonna come? And I was in such a dark place. So to flip it around, I want to share with you guys things that helped me push through, things that kept me here today. So number one, I journaled. I was part of the Howard Gospel Choir, and we started keeping prayer journals. Really, I would just write my prayers out to God. And because I couldn't talk to anybody, I talked to my journal, and I wrote how I felt verbatim. I did not address the Dear Diary. I said, yo, what the hell? What the hell is going on? I is tired. What am I gonna do? That was cursing. Some days the journal entries were lighter, sometimes they were darker, but I was getting it out. And journaling to me, when I had nobody to talk to, was someone that I could just, the journal was a way for me to just be completely free. So that's a tip. If you're dealing with it, one tip I would suggest would just be journal and just to get it all out, verbatim, raw, rough, cut. That's part of the process of how I got through it. Number two was honestly music. And not just any type of music. I definitely listen to gospel to lift my spirits and nice songs and stuff. But there was one particular artist, and honestly this artist, like, he came out of nowhere. I literally found him on Twitter one day. He sounded like Kendrick Lamar. And if y'all know what I'm talking about Londrell. Londrell's music is so different. It's poetry. And his music helped me so much because it was like he understood exactly what I was going through. He didn't know me though. So the fact that he didn't know me but he understood was like, okay, I'm not alone. Part of the depression is feeling alone. And I found a friend in Londrell. I will put up some of his albums or links, and I'll drop them all down below. But like, his songs like would tell me like, I understand what you're going through, and you feel like this and you feel like that and you want to do this, but there's hope. That definitely was a key part because I had a friend, you know what I'm saying? For number three, I kept praying through it all. I'm speaking to the people who seriously have no more strength. It took a long time for me to have no more strength. And I kept praying. I kept saying like, God, I'm tired. But you're the Alpha and Omega, and you're the Almighty God, and I will never serve another. I will always serve you. No matter if I'm in the slums, whatever, I will always serve you. I used to say, I didn't hit rock bottom, I'm below earth. Like, I'm below rock bottom. That's how dark and a deep place I was. But I kept praying. It's not to say like, hold on, it's just I will never serve another. So that's just kind of what kept me going. I kept praying. I didn't have a lot in me, but I kept praying. Yuck. Number four was getting myself involved in other things. So when you start to think the thoughts that you're thinking and get into those dark places, get out of bed. Get out of bed, get out of the room, get out of the house if you can, take a walk, go for a run, go for a drive. Like, get out of the dark place, because you're going to drown in your own thoughts. A lot of what helped me take my mind off of the struggle I was going through was getting involved in things that made me happy. So getting outside, hanging out with friends, just taking my mind off of it. It'll make the journey a lot more easier as you're going through it. Along with that, number 5, I got active. It's different when you're busy and you're doing things that you just have to do versus things that you like to do and bring you joy. So I started just getting more active and getting outside and doing more YouTube videos and just distracting myself as much as I could from, as I said, the things that I was going through, and focusing more so on like things that made me happy. Overall, I think going through it, and I still sometimes go through it today, it taught me patience, like, over my life. Not just patience and faith religiously, but like patience in a sense of everything is not supposed to be rushed. Just because I want something to happen right now doesn't mean that it's time for it to happen. And I know a lot of people have heard this saying, like, life is a marathon, right? You're like, okay, I get it, but like, why am I not winning? Think about it. If everybody is running a marathon, have you ever seen a marathon where everyone crossed the finish line at the same time? No. Everyone's going to finish and get to their next level, or cross that finish line at different times, at their own pace. So that's why you can't look at somebody else's situation and get mad at God or get mad at life, wondering why it's not your turn. You don't know what that person has been enduring for years or months, or whatever training that they've had to go through for them to be successful and having that victory lap of their life right now. So instead of focusing on why you're not winning, you focus on where you are in your training. Focus on where you are in your race. You may have not even started the race yet. You're training so that when that marathon comes, you have endurance, because things are gonna come at you. Fatigue is gonna come at you. The heat is gonna come at you. Dehydration is gonna come at you. Life's issues is gonna come at you. Friends are gonna leave. Families are gonna go through things. You're gonna have to have endurance. I'm preaching to myself. You're gonna have to have endurance to go through these different things so that you don't stop before your finish line comes. You can't win the race if you are not in it. And I'm speaking on people who may have felt like they really just don't want to be here anymore. If that's you, and I'll touch on it lightly, and you really just don't feel like being here anymore, you can't win your race if you're not in it. You gotta be here. One thing I can also say to people who are dealing with it and don't see a reason to live, you don't even know what you haven't even seen yet. You only know your situation and what you're going through right now, and you may have been going through it for a long time, but you don't know what there is to come, right? You can only see that if you're here. Things that I held on to is that I have kids to bear, okay? First of all, I'm gonna just say this, like, I feel like I'm gonna be the coolest mom ever, period. Like, you're not gonna get me. Age is not gonna differentiate me and your kids. I'm definitely not gonna be one of the moms that's like sipping tea and smoking blunts with my kids, but I'm gonna be the coolest mom ever. And if I can't be the coolest mom ever if I'm not here. You get me? I have kids that I want to love and take care of. I want to be a wife. I can't get married if I'm not here. So those are things that, like, instead of just saying like, hold on, it's gonna be okay, I found reasons to live and reasons that I needed to stay. Last but not least, know you're not alone. As I said, depression is honestly something that people silently battle for whatever reason. And I think more people should talk about what they went through so that people don't feel like they're so alone at times. But you're not alone. You're not the only one that has dealt with your particular situation. You may be like, yes, people have dealt with depression, but they haven't dealt with what I've dealt with. You're not the only one. Be strong, because you never know who you're gonna help and bring up. I could never think that I was gonna sit here and talk about like how to get through it, because I was going through it. Don't look at like the year to come or the month to come or the week to come. You gotta take every day and tackle it day by day, and know that the future It's something you can't control. So don't even put all your energy to that. You can't control it. What you can control is what's in front of you. Where you're at now in life. What you're gonna do today and tomorrow and next week. Stop thinking about where you're gonna be at in 10 years because you don't even know the path you're about to take. You're exactly where you need to be. For anyone that feels like you're going through it and you need somebody to talk to, hello, hi, slide in my DMs. I'll talk to you. I'll pray for you. God knows I'll pray for you. So if you're feeling like you really have nobody to talk to, maybe talk to me because I'll listen. But talk to God first before anybody. So I kind of wanted to do an ending a little different to this video because this poem clicked with me so much when I saw it on tour. The writer is Joseph Solomon from Poets in Autumn, their tour. I had seen Chris Webb and other of the poets on YouTube and on social media, and I had no idea that they had a tour. I will link his channel down below. I will also link their tour website link down below. If you can go, if they're coming to your city, I highly recommend going because that show is beyond great. Poetry, comedy, skits, music, everything. It's just a wonderful experience. So I would definitely suggest that you guys go. But as of now, I'm going to recite his poem entitled Depression Is. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. If you want to do the whole thing, I'll also leave that link below. I'm just gonna do a few pieces that I feel touched me. So something a little different, but I hope you guys enjoy. I heard of suicides in the news, and I wanted to feel sad for them, but I was jealous. Maybe they wanted it more than I did. The day Kate Spade hung herself. For a moment, I thought she was a hero. A damsel in distress that came to her own rescue. People thought she gave up on life, but on Thursday, I thought she was a renegade. A rogue soldier that finally protested all of the ghosts screaming at her at night. I saw a magician. The way she made the black disappear. Transformed her thoughts into doves. I saw a designer. The way she made her mind all pretty and calm again. Interior decorated the room with her swinging body as the centerpiece. Maybe in that moment, she never felt more control of her life. In her life, depression is to be space. To be so grand yet feel so dark and empty inside. To be island, surrounded all of ocean yet still thirst to be privileged. Affording the luxury of thinking of your depression to be distant. To feel like God's afterthought. Sometimes telling us just to be happy is a mocking dismissal. But I say to you, dear friend, he listens, he weeps, and he says, I know what it is like to be sorrowed unto death and still have to fight for joy. We do not have a redeemer unable to sympathize with our temptations, yet one who is tempted in every way, yet without falling, yet without losing grip of you. You are not alone in the spaces of your darkness. When your bed feels a lot more like casket, there is still hope to resurrect to new mercies at morning. For all the confused, God is certain. For all the unstable in mind, God is steadfast. And one day, we will laugh about death and sorrow like it was an old inside joke amongst friends. Because depression may have my mind sometimes, but it is too weak to carry my soul. Despondency will never know eternity, and death will never know my spirit. Depression is now, y'all. but it is not forever. Peace, love, lots of love, and lots of blessings.